love is something which does not have expectations. The minute love is contaminated with expectations, it becomes lust. The minute you love something and then you expect something out of it. I want this person to be like this. I want this to behave like this. I want this thing. For example, you have a pet and you love the pet only when the pet gives you joy, which gives you happiness. You love the fishes so long it gives you happiness. You love a particular dress or you love a particular, accessory, maybe a purse, maybe a slipper, maybe a motorbike, maybe anything. So long it gives you happiness. The minute that particular thing does not give you happiness, you throw it out of the window, isn't it? The motorcycle is damaged, out of thing. You don't keep it at home and say, oh, it's my love, it's my love. Some people do. There's a fraction of the people who have kept the motorcycle they bought when in the first salary and they decide to keep it for life. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about when you buy something and that your dress, when you buy the dress and it's so beautiful and you love the dress, in due course of time, if the dress is not giving you the happiness, it got stained, something fell on the dress, then you throw away the dress, isn't it? So there is an expectation over there. Same thing with people, right? You love your girlfriend or you love your boyfriend so long the girlfriend or the boyfriend gives you happiness. You love your wife, you love your husband so long as they give you happiness and they stand up to your expectations, whatever it might be. Even the expectation can be, as you feel, as minute as, let the person love me, right? That's enough. I don't expect anything. I want the person to love me. If the person doesn't love you, what do? You pursue it unnecessarily. You stalk it. Is it necessary? So, love with expectations, my dear friend, listen carefully, it's a chemical equation. No? Love plus expectations is equal to lust. And the lust minus the expectations is equal to love. When two people fall in love, that's a beautiful thing, falling in love. What happens? When you fall in love, you start getting disappointments because you're falling in love, you're not rising in love. That's why it's called fall in love. I fell in love. Oh, very good. Now be ready for disappointment, be ready for sorrows, be ready for anxieties, be ready for a whole lot of things that's going to follow therein. So, a falling in love, you're falling, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you're so very happy and suddenly something doesn't go right and then it blows out of proportion and then you fight, you have your own differences. So, falling in love, when you fall in love, you have a lot of expectations and that becomes lust and that starts attracting a whole lot of situations in your life, right? At the same time, let us see. Okay, let me tell you a few examples before we work on the next aspect. I love my girlfriend, my boyfriend, I love my slipper, sweets, everything in the same thing. I love sweets, I love my slipper, I love my dress, I love my dog, I love my cat, I love my wife, I love my children. So is it the same? Whether it's an animated or inanimated thing, everything goes with one word called love. Right. So, love is equal to, you just It's known as, in Sanskrit, it's known as sneha. So when you say I love, you put it for different items. The same breath you put for different items. Now let us see another word. And this word is devotion. What do you mean by devotion? Devotion in Sanskrit means bhakti. I devote this book to my parents, isn't it? When you write a book, you say, I devote this book to my parents. Devote, devotion. I devote this particular thing to an higher ideal. I devote myself to my work. I devote myself to my profession. I devote myself to whatever I have created. I devote myself to something which is a higher ideal. You saw the difference. One is love, which is falling, and the other is love, which is rising, and that is devotion. Right? So, instead of falling in love, let us see how we can rise in love. When you rise in love, you do not have an iota of expectations. You take the person as he or she is. If the person doesn't love you back and you love the person, let it go, let her go, let him go. Give him the freedom to do what he wants, to choose what he wants. Don't pursue the person, because a lot of people have been calling me, speaking to me and saying that I love so and so, Reena. They don't love me. I want them to love me, and I say, I'm sorry. I am not a tantri. I am not a magician who will make the person love you. No. I can make you strong enough to love the person and let go. That is the beauty of love. Don't have any expectations. Take the person as the person is, and that would rise you in love and make you devoted to your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, whatever, children. Devotion is such a beautiful word. Just close your eyes and say devotion. When you say devoted, devotion, it makes you feel so good. Right? So this is what today I wanted to tell you is, please friends, understand the language of love. Second thing is, out of love comes relationships. Relationship will last long only when it is a beautiful blooming of love. Love cannot be just like that, my dear friends. Love has to bloom. One friend of mine said it so beautifully. When you're in love, it's like a bud, a small beautiful red rose bud. The red rose bud, allow it to slowly bloom in due course of time. And when the red rose blooms on the plant and it takes its own time to bloom, it blooms into a beautiful flower and you can enjoy the fragrance of that rose. Not the rose that you buy in the market. That's the difference. You go in the market, they'll take a bud, they'll start pulling it apart and making it a rose, right? You would have seen it. The people who are selling roses, they'll just take the petals and they start doing this so that the rose looks bloom, and by evening it's dead. That's true to your relationships. Allow the relationship to bloom in its own self. Enjoy every minute of its blooming. That is when the relationship lasts long. Don't start pushing it. Don't start, rushing it up. When you rush in a relationship, it will fall because you're falling in love. You want everything to happen very fast. Control yourself. Manage your emotions. Manage your lust. Manage your hormones, right? And enjoy the courtship. If it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, enjoy the courtship. I have got a friend of mine who got married after 10 years. And 10 years, they wouldn't have anything more than, they have an arm's distance. They have not touched each other. They have just been loving each other, looking at each other, the glimpses that you give, the way you look at each other, the romance that blooms. For 10 years. Wow, what a thing. And they got married. Now, after marriage, you must see how beautifully their life is. Now, they are already 25 years since they are married, and how beautifully life is. Because they have accepted each other as they are. And I am so happy. One thing I am happy with Corona is it has distanced yourself. Now, this is a time when you understand how to bloom that love, how to make it bloom in its own accord. Small, small things, words, small, small actions. The same thing is with the love that you're going to have to your parents. Please make it devotion. Be devoted to your parents. Be devoted to your profession. That's when passion comes. Be devoted in what you want to do in life, your ideal. Be devoted to your dream. That's when you start getting focused day by day in every way. You will start pursuing your beautiful dream and allow it to bloom like an inspired path. Don't put on stress, don't put on strain, don't put on hard work, don't do anything. Have an inspired path. Every day live it to be one step nearer to your beloved, be it a wife, husband, children, be it God, be it your guru, be it your parents, be it your profession. Take it by the day. Enjoy the journey. Be in the here and now. Celebrate this moment of passion and excellence. Life is a celebration, my dear friend. Live every moment with passion and excellence. And with this today, I am going to wind up this particular topic. And if you have any questions, please message me completely with your questions. Please stay at home, stay safe, love your family, love people around, allow the roses to bloom in its own accord by nature. Keep the nature beautiful. We are learning how to keep the nature really clean, and we are breathing in real nice oxygen, right? You know that. There's no pollution. The pollutions are getting out of the system. So be safe, be home, take the responsibility to bring in happiness and love to your family. So take care, be happy. Jai Gurudev.